Hi, this is Joe Muldowney. Today we're going to talk about beginning running. But before we begin to talk about beginning running, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I've been running for about 40 years. Competitively, I've run 16 Boston marathons, 54 marathons total, countless races, and I've been around the earth a couple times with about 120,000 miles. So I hope I'm qualified to tell you about running and to tell you about getting started in the sport that I love. First off, the great thing about running is you can do it by yourself. You don't need anyone else. You can do it any time of the day or night, and you can do it in all kinds of weather, even in the snow. The important thing about beginning running is to get off to a good start. A start that will allow you to enjoy this sport, but not to get angry at it and not to get yourself too tired too soon. So let's talk about what you want to do if you want to become a runner. First of all, let me say, if you're over the age of 40, you should probably go and visit your doctor to get a complete health checkup before you begin to run. Once you've done that, you can get started. Another good aspect of this sport is it is extremely inexpensive. All you really need is a good pair of shoes. And we'll talk about that right now. Here's a running shoe that, as you can see, it's gotten some mileage out of it. But this is the type of shoe that you need in order to be able to run efficiently with a shoe that's lightweight and something that will last you a long time. So a running shoe, as opposed to other shoes, should be, of course, lightweight, probably made from nylon. It should have a thick heel as well as a thick sole, but it should have some flexibility. A running shoe, as you see, has nubs on the bottom for traction and also for longevity. Now, my suggestion to you would be to go to a local running store where they have professionals who understand the runner and what type of shoe the runner should be wearing. So once you get your shoes, you're almost ready to go. But before you do, make sure that you're stretched out. A minimal amount of stretching goes a long way. Now, when you're running, primarily you're using muscles from the waist down. And the three main muscle groups that you're using are quadriceps, your thighs, hamstrings, behind your thighs, and calves, these things down here. So you need to have all three of those muscle groups stretched before you go. So let's talk about some basics. First of all, your hamstrings. There's nothing easier than what you've done probably in gym class when you were young, and that is just bend down and touch your toes. Keep your knees straight. Don't bend them. Get down as far as you can. And don't bounce. Do a set of perhaps 10 of those and maybe 3 repetitions. So about 30 of those to sort of stretch out those hamstrings. Now for the quadriceps, you can do the pelican stretch. Basically, like your pelican, pull your leg back in that manner, putting pressure on the quadricep. You can lie on the ground, putting your heel to your buttocks and kind of lie back and stretch your hamstring that way. Finally, and I have to go through the snow here, this stretch for the calf muscle, kind of like this. And again, I always recommend about 3 sets of 10. Now you're stretched out, you've got your shoes, you're ready to go. Here's the important thing about beginning running. Don't do too much too soon. If you do, you'll get frustrated. You'll feel great today, but you won't feel so great tomorrow. So my recommendation is this. Carve out a mile somewhere. Take your car, use your GPS watch, whatever you need to do. Start out with some brisk walking. Start your watch and run for 1 minute. Continue along after that minute with another brisk walk and throw another minute in there. Your first day, cover a mile distance, but take 1 minute of running. Continue along and continue with another minute of running until you cover that mile. Take tomorrow off. When you continue the day after your first day, extend that to perhaps 1.5 minutes. Then walk, and then go to another 1.5 minutes until you cover that mile. Continue that for about a week, just staying at that 1 mile distance. Each time, decrease your walking and increase your running. I think you get the picture. You do that, you increase your running a little bit each week, you increase your distance a little bit each week. Next thing you know, you'll be ready to run your first 5K, or you'll just be ready to get in better shape by running. Follow a sensible diet. I always say, as far as the diet is concerned, to stay sensible, don't eat a steak every day, but you can have a steak once a week or once a month if you'd like. If you follow these few steps, you'll begin to be a runner. You'll enjoy running. You'll enjoy the outdoors. Again, you can do it any time of the day or night. You don't need a partner. It's not like tennis or golf or anything like that. I'll continue along with more in our running series, but for today, get that good pair of shoes, do your stretching, and get out there on the roads. This is Joe Muldowney. Good luck and have a good run today.